Hi and welcome. I'm really happy to welcome you to share this beautiful sacred space and woodland that's really held me over this past year as I really deeply connect here with the fire and with Mother Earth. And I'm also just really happy in this video to announce that I am to be sharing full moon rituals with the Temple of the Stars online. As much as I really love this physical reality and really honor the sacredness that, of the importance of sacred connection with our Mother Earth, I'm really happy to share that I can offer something that can reach all of you wrapped around our Mother Earth for sacred ceremony to connect to the Temple of the Stars and the ancient womb space within the universal womb. So you will see in the text connected to this link, I will have posted a link where you can reach the Temple of the Stars and subscribe to these events. So these events will be every full moon. This first one, this December, from the evening of the 29th of December right through all day and evening and night of the 30th of December, you can access a ceremony ritual in your own space to really access the magic of the universe within you. So I feel really honored and humbled to hold and offer this sacred space for you at this time of great change. So this December, already today, this full moon, as I make this video, we are leading up to a huge solar eclipse. And if you're sensitive to energy like me, you can feel it doesn't feel like the darkness of most eclipses, even though there is a lot of dark energy purging through the earth herself. I feel something much deeper, much more beautiful, much stronger coming up through us all and through these events, these astrological events that are occurring as part of Mother Earth. I really feel and see that this is a new beginning. This is a new way, a new earth, a new earth that we are creating through transforming our wounds, our traumas, our conditioning, as we really let go and open to something much bigger than we have ever known, much more beautiful than we have ever known. So I'm really grateful to be offering the space, and grateful to these woodlands that always seem to be left alone for me to come and hold sacred fires and make sacred space. It's magical when we step onto this path, how spirit gifts us exactly what we need. So I'd love to share a little bit about my journey and about the ceremonies that I'm going to be offering, so you can really feel deep into your heart and soul if this is something that is for you. There are so many beautiful events being offered all around the world, and deeply honouring and connecting to all people holding the sacred fire around our Mother Earth in these times. So my name is Siki. I really ventured into a healing journey after experiencing great difficulties with my womb, and it becomes obvious through my journey that most of us who have entered into our Mother Earth from other places through the womb have in some way experienced trauma, whether in the womb itself, through the patriarchal treatment of women and men, or through hospitalized birthing systems which are so disconnected from the ancient ways of midwifery, and thankfully the beautiful ways that doulas are refinding as they refind ways to have uninterrupted birth, because there is a great power that exists in the womb, and allowing the natural way, the natural life force to flow through, the natural feminine force to flow through life. So yeah, I deeply journeyed finding ways to heal. I've never really followed things. I've always questioned. I've been one of those people who looks for different things and explores different ways. So I found myself traveling around the world. Even before my womb got ill, I was traveling around the world visiting temples and exploring different ways of creativity. Yet I now really search deeper to find some ancient wisdom that was lost, and I felt really guided to South America, and there I was really honored to reach and be shown and to receive healing of the plant medicines in the Amazon, and to really open my connection to Mother Earth and the deep connection that we really have, and that tribal people have, and never lost in many ways. I then searched deeper and trained with more tribal people, traveling around Mexico and the temples, meeting Mayan shaman, Mexica shaman, training with the Quiro shaman, and really finding ways to heal and connect with the elements myself, and really to heal my conditioning and my soul. Yet I grew a lot. I returned to England and I found it really hard to embody and anchor all that I had learned. So I slipped back into patterns again that felt comfortable, that my neurological, my nervous system and my brain neurons just felt comfortable through my ancestral rootage. What felt safe and comfortable may not have really been good for me, and may not have really embodied what I had learned of how amazing and sacred and infinite we are as human beings. So I journeyed deeper and really found ways to practice in the physical, really working with the fire, working with the trees, journeying into the trees to see what they could teach me beyond what a book could show me, and really connecting with my own dream time and my own visions and my own intuition to what could continue to heal me. Many of us on a shamanic path receive deep initiations. We're pulled to this path. It's not really a choice. For some of us, we can really just choose and find it as a way to give us tools to navigate our life. But some of us are really pulled into this path and we don't have any choice. So at this time of year, about 6 years ago, I was finding myself waking up in a hospital after being in a coma. So I was in a car crash where several cars hit me at motorway speed, and the vehicle that I was driving was obliterated, and I lost most of the things that I owned that were in that vehicle. And that was a bee or a wasp. Yeah, so I find myself in the hospital completely obliterated almost myself, yet knowing I had something to learn. So the shamanic initiation teaches us how to heal ourselves through deep humility and compassion and trust that we can put all these practices, all the practices that I'd learned in the jungle and in the mountains in Peru and in Mexico in the temples, really put these practices into action and anchor them into the physical to really believe that I could heal. So I deeply investigated trance states, psychotherapy, somatic trauma therapies, and womb journeying to really integrate the fact that I had found myself waking up with deep trauma in my it's a buzz. I get distracted by the messages in nature because they are profound. Yeah, so I found myself waking up in the hospital really realizing that my work was something to do with trauma and the brain. So exploring trance states, I realized that I could put myself back into the places where I could rewire my own brain to really be in my body, to break through the ancestral conditioning to find the universe that existed within, and the magic and healing and teachings that we can receive when we connect to the spirit world in our body and really anchor it into our body. So I'm really grateful for this journey, because now at this time I can really offer what I have taught from these sacred ancient ways combined with these more modern ways, which really help us in the Western world to embody our potential at this time. We each have a channel of energy that runs up our central core, sexual energy, which is actually life force, healing energy, which through centuries has been shamed and termed something completely different and used and manipulated in the wrong ways. But it's actually our central life force and core power for healing all of our organs and all of our body and all of our spiritual being and all of life around us, the electric connection that we have to all life. So because of all the trauma and all the conditioning, many of us are fragmented and knocked out of our central cause, which is actually a compass to guide us to our higher self in the stars, to really anchor back to our Mother Earth through our bodies, because we are all part of Mother Earth. So to really bring this back into alignment, it helps to rewire our nervous systems and our brains to reconnect to the wisdom that was never lost within our bodies, to really release all that's held in our bodies, all the trauma and memories that's held in our bodies and fields and collective field and Mother Earth, and back into the compost of this beautiful Mother Earth who continuously creates shoots of life and beauty, butterflies and bees and buzzards and trees, always growing in a cycle. So we can reconnect to this ancient wisdom, knowing, healing the cycle that exists within our body to really connect with who we are and our potential as spiritual beings and our connection with Mother Earth and the stars. In my journeys in Mexico, beyond what I was learning with the shaman in Peru and Mexico too, and the UK and Europe, I began to receive really profound visions on the ley lines and at the temples around the world, especially in Mexico, um, of the star nations, the star people who travel up and down ley lines, and our ancestors knew this and knew that they could connect with their higher selves and these spiritual energies that are around us all, coming through the ley lines and connecting to Mother Earth. And that's why they built sacred sites on the conjunctions of ley lines that align with solstices and align with the sun and the moon. They knew the importance of the cycles and our connection with our Mother Earth and the stars. They also knew the importance of the sacred universal womb space, the womb space within. That is a place of initiation, birth and death, into two births really, a birth into this world and a birth into the spiritual world on a never-ending cycle. This journey is never ending, and everything that happens, my accident was not an accident, it was meant to be, because it was meant to wake me to my purpose. So when I was released from 3 months in hospital and brain rehabilitation, I found myself climbing up a hill as best as I could with somewhat still broken ankles and ribs. I climbed up a hill to a tree, and then it was a spring equinox with also an eclipse that day, and I found myself by a beautiful oak tree with a little rattle, and I journeyed to really ask why. Why did I have this accident? Why did I have this car crash? What was it about? And I received the message that the new earth exists in another dimension and you are here to bring it to earth. And I believe that that is really what we are all here for, and these ceremonies are really about that, about reconnecting to the universal womb, that place where we connect to this magic that we can really earth in and become our life purpose. So these ceremonies that I'm holding offer a space for you to connect to your higher self, to the star nations, to the spirit worlds, to your guides, to all that exists within, to help you to really come through the mind and go into the body, the mind's conditioning, and go into the body to access this healing, to really let go and realize that you are held by this sacred ancient energy of healing at this time of change, as we are really birthing a new world in transforming ourselves. So this ritual that I hold this full moon will be based around a shamanic trance dance ritual. Shamanic trance dance is an ancient ritual that many tribal cultures, including our own in the West here, practice to connect with spirit. They would dance to embody, to put their brains in a different state, to really receive messages from spirit, to embody, to see that everything in life is a message through spirit. So our ancestors used this dance to connect. So these dances I'm holding are really giving you a space to connect to who you are, and with your intention you can shape your life and all the energy that flows through you, that comes through your womb space, which we all have, male and female. to really embody our potential beyond what our mind's conditioning has shown us. So we enter a trance state using different techniques of breath work and different music and wearing a blindfold to go within. And essentially what we're doing is we are putting our brains back into a state similar to that we were in its formative years, back into our preconditioned brain state. We can simply flip out of the programmed mind to really begin to rewire and re-teach ourselves through connection to the universal womb, to the spirit world, to Great Spirit, to Mother Earth, to the elements, and to all the magic that truly exists within. It is really natural that our conditioned minds fear our true potential because of all the conditioning and trauma that has been passed down through our bodies and systems for centuries. So it's really normal for our egos to really attack this energy, this power, which is actually the possibility of change, the truth of letting go what we've held on to that felt safe. So that is why we use these techniques of breath work and the blindfold to really help us to let go, to let our body teach us, to let spirit teach us, to let Great Spirit, Mother Earth, and the universal womb rebirth us. Oh, what an honor to hold a space where you can find this within you, because it exists within you. It's just, we didn't actually forget. I was going to say we forgot, but it's just that we are remembering. Yeah, we are remembering who we truly are. And we're all connected, whoever we are, whatever our journey. We are all here, and everything that happened on our journey happened for a reason. When we unpick the messages and the codes and everything, we begin to understand the teachings and the lessons that we came to learn in this lifetime on a never-ending cycle. As Mother Earth right now is birthing into something totally new, we are part of that and all connected. The resonance of Mother Earth. So just to share the last bit, as my storage is running low and I'm out here in the woods. So there is a frequency of our Mother Earth. It's known as the Schumann frequency, which is a constant frequency with vibrations and harmonics around that. And this year 2020, those harmonics have been really, really raising. And this equinox, there will be many ceremonies, including a really important one at Ayers Rock, to connect with the star energies to bring into the ley lines at sacred sites. And it's also a fantastic time for us to connect with our sacred spaces and our body with the sacred womb, the universal womb, and bring the energy of the stars into the earth. So I'm really honored to hold this space, and please feel free to sign up to find out more about what I'm offering in these ceremonies, in courses, in community, in connection, and articles about all this kind of thing. So yeah, really honored, and really honoring all those tribal people who share this wisdom despite all that has happened to them, and really honoring our Mother Earth and all the spiritual guidance and help that we have right now, and all those many people who are holding the fire and holding ceremonies around our Mother Earth. May we all deeply connect through love, compassion, peace, unity, through creativity and connection. A real opportunity for you to really connect to what your soul purpose is. What is it that you are healing and transforming? What is it that you are bringing to life? Feeling in your soul and in your heart if this calls you, and if it does, please subscribe. Thank you. Aho mataku yasin.